Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Bob here. Thanks so much for stopping by. So got a really cool one for you guys today. Actually two watches from the brand Farr and Swit. The watch is the Seaplane and we have both variations. The Day Trip, which is the steel model, as well as the Midnight Landing, which is the black PVD. Really great looking watches, and I especially like what they did with the dial, which you guys would have gotten a little glimpse of in the intro there. But let's get in for a closer look at the watches. All right, so first of all, I want to thank Adam from Farr and Swit for lending these into the channel. Lots of fun to be able to see both models, and although they're identical other than the case color, they really have quite a different look on wrist. They're going for a sea and sky theme with the name Seaplane. The design is heavier on the dive style than an aviation watch, but the handset does bring to mind the hands you see on a lot of pilot watches out there. Now, a couple of extras come with the watch, and one is the watch comes out in this box, which is inside of a dry bag. If you're out on the water at all like I am, I go kayaking quite a bit, and a lot of times I bring some camera gear along, so these are definitely handy for that. The watches also come with two straps. We have the sailcloth backed with leather. The second strap is actually a Barton Elite silicone, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have tried those. They make a really nice rubber strap. The sailcloth is on a milled clasp. It is signed. We have matching stitchwork matching the blue of the watch, and it's a really nice strap, although it does require a little bit of breaking in right out of the box. All around, it's been a really great watch so far, but the dial is where it's at with these. Love how they split the dial between the wave pattern on the bottom half and the starry sky above. It's definitely a highlight of the watch. Just above the 6 is the Seaplane logo with the water resist, which is 330 feet or 100 meters. Over at the 3 is the date. The hour and minute hand is blue, and it's all tied together with the blue chaptering framing the dial. I love how the second hand comes out and over the chaptering. It looks like it's so close to touching it. They're using BGW9 for the loom. The fully loomed bezel is a little weaker than the hour markers and handset, but totally fine for extended low light situations. Some loom would have been nice on the second hand, but on the flip side, I do like the look of the open lollipop second hand without it being filled with loom. The bezel is a 120 click bezel. I like the blue repeated at the pip at the 12 o'clock. The insert is sapphire, and it has a solid, satisfying action when you use it. And I just overshot it here, but if we bring it back around, you'll see that everything lines up properly. The case has a really tooly look. The crown guards seem to have a little bit more to them than a lot of other watches. They're chunky, and I like that the knurling ends right where the crown guards end when the crown is screwed in. No problems with manipulating the crown. The case is 100% brushed, and the lugs have quite the curvature for a good fit on wrist. The case size comes in at a width of about 42.5 millimeters. Lug to lug is right around 50.5 millimeters. The lug opening is 22 millimeters and the thickness is 12.5 millimeters. The crystal is sapphire with an AR treatment, and the watch runs the Sellita SW200, which we can see through the display case back. No decoration, but it's still a solid movement. So I've been mostly showing you the steel version, but the PVD is really nice too, and actually the one I've been wearing the most. But let's check out the steel on wrist here first. So here is the steel, and I gotta say these have been a lot of fun to wear. I like the fit, but the dial is just such an eye catcher. It's nice having a dial with so much to look at while staying very legible. The one thing to keep in mind if you get one of these is the sailcloth needs some time to break in. The clasp was a little uncomfortable at first, but that was because the strap wasn't letting it sit quite right on wrist. After a couple of days though, it worked in just fine. So let me give you guys a look at the PVD version. And here is the Midnight Landing. I love that name. I'm not sure why, but I gravitated toward this one a little more than the stainless. I guess maybe because I don't have that much in the way of black watches right now. The one thing I didn't mention is these are a limited run of 500 per version. They're numbered on the case back. The Midnight Land goes for $649. The Day Trip stainless version is a little less at $629. They're both available right now on their site. Links will be below. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.